It takes a long time. I haven't even received any money or anything for PTSD. You know, I'm still dealing with that.
How long have you been waiting, sir?
2 years.
Wow. Those are the answers, and just some of the answers Pete Hegseth got when we sent him to investigate the long wait times at the VA. That was back in May. New research now shows that 600,000 vets are still waiting for more than 30 days just to get an appointment. So, has anything really changed over the past several months, even though we have a new guy in charge? Pete Hegseth joins us right now, whose nonprofit organization deals with this. So, Pete, when you talk to your guys, when you do your research, has anything improved?
Nothing's changed. A lot of rhetorical changes, a lot of saying what they're going to do about giving veterans choice. But if you live in Jacksonville, Florida right now, you're waiting 77 days for a primary care appointment. Not a specialty surgery. Oh, I feel sick. I want to be seen by the VA. Nope. Stand by for 2.5 months before we can see you. And I just think for a listening public, that's a mind-blowing number. And if you live in Westmoreland, PA, you're waiting 6 months for a specialty care appointment. 6 months for, I mean, these are numbers of what government-run, single-payer, top-down health care gives you. You will accept the appointment when we give it to you, no other option.
And that's the fear of Obamacare. They look at the VA and say, my goodness, is that what we're in for? We know that there are thousands of doctors that need to be hired. We have not been able to do that. We also know that Bob McDonnell is the guy in charge and said if I had my druthers, I would fire thousands, but because of it's a government, these are government workers, I can actually get rid of 35.
Yeah, so they're talking about disciplining thousands. Well, what does discipline mean? It could mean shuffling to another well-paid, well-compensated government job. So it's not clear that we haven't yet gotten any real accountability. 2 people have been fired. The director of the Phoenix VA, you followed this closely. Yep. Phoenix is where it started. Still on paid administrative leave, paid vacation on our dime, over 200 days, yet no justice, no accountability for someone who is hiding wait times and veterans died while they waited on that list.
On the average, for new patients seeking care, they say these numbers, 64 facilities have waited over 60-plus days. For new patients seeking a specialist, 10 facilities have waited over 3 months. I noticed in one in Westmoreland, Pennsylvania clinic, 174 days. That's nearly 6 months for a specialty appointment.
6 months for a specialty appointment. That last bullet on there was mental health. So let's say you're dealing with post-traumatic stress or something, and you ask for an appointment. Well, you know, I know you're dealing with things right now. We'll see you in 2 months.
Right.
2 months for a mental health appointment.
The mental health thing, and we know with the suicide rate,
exactly,
which is tragic for people coming back, serving over the last 13 years. And Steve, you're going to come back, Pete, you're going to come back a little bit later at the top of the hour and discuss this. But real quick, you believe it's about the incentive structure, right?
It's about the incentives. There is no incentive to be more efficient and treat veterans like customers. This is a bureaucracy. We're nameless. We are numbers. It's not about a shortage of doctors. There's plenty of doctors. In fact, the VA doesn't track how many doctors they have in many places. A new story came out. So this is not about doctors. This is about efficiency and incentives, which is why government-run health care does not work.
And Secretary McDonald, you think, is an expert in that area, that's the first thing you would do is restructure that and get a new incentive plan. See you in 25 minutes.
You got it.
Meanwhile,